Welcome back to Clary Studios. Today we're going to be reviewing this LED strip light. It's an RGB LED multicolor light, and it's from Arbrac, A-R-B-R-A-C. I will post their link in the description below where you can purchase yours on Amazon. And special shout out to Arbrac for sponsoring this video. They actually sent me these lights so I can do this review. So I'm going to install them today and let you guys know what I think. So as you can see, they have like different ideas on the back of their box of what you can do with the lights. That looks pretty fancy. I'm going to do something a little bit more simple with mine. On the Amazon site where you can purchase this, it basically showed this, you could place this behind your TV for like ambient lighting. So I don't know what I was going to do with these lights, but I'm going to figure it out and we're going to install them. So as you can see, these are LED type 50/50. This comes with a actual 32-foot strand. This is the US plug, 12 volt, and the resistance rating on this is IP20. Alright, so after opening the box, we have a user manual. And there's the company, Arbrac. Okay, got some setup guides. It's all pretty simple, straightforward. Comes with the remote, so you can change it to multi-colors. And it does have like a adhesive strip to the back of the lights. So you basically peel the sticker, place the lights where you want it, and you're good to go. And then there's an infrared. This has an infrared that connects to the remote, so you can sit across the room. If you're going to install this behind your TV or somewhere, then you can change the color. And we'll go through all those options once we get it installed. Alright, so here are the lights. They come in this nice little sealed bag. Alright, so there's actually 2 strands here, so I'm guessing 15 feet and 15 feet, and they plug into each other. So the lights, looks like a little bit of damage in shipping, but it doesn't look like it affected the lights at all. And of course we have the connection, the lights plug into here, and then the 12 volt plug will connect there. That's the infrared for the remote control. And that is a massive remote control. It's got a lot of options on it. So we'll play around with it and see what they do. So again, I wasn't sure exactly where I was going to place these. What am I going to do with 30 feet worth of LED lighting? That's too much light for behind any of my TVs, and I have pretty decent sized TVs. And I have several TVs, but I can only use these in one location because there's only one plug. So what I finally decided where I'm going to install these, which I didn't really see anybody else doing, so hopefully I'm the first one to think of this, I'm going to install them under my cabinet here in my kitchen. So I'll have some ambient lighting, LED ambient lighting under my cabinets. So that's what we're going to do. So again, this is a 30-foot strand, 15 feet each. So I'm just going to measure the length of my countertop or the cabinets and see if this will actually even fit. All right, so the length of my countertop was 15 feet exactly. That's only one of these, but I'm gonna unravel it just to make sure. So my plan now that I know I have pretty much twice the length I actually need for this job, is what I might do is do one underneath, and at the end, if I can figure out how to get it to the top, maybe through the inside, maybe I could do the top as well. So I will have lights under the cabinets and above the cabinets. So that's the plan. We'll see what happens, but for sure I'm gonna do it underneath, and I might just have an extra one of these afterwards. then I don't know if I could just purchase these separately and I could do a second light on top after that, or maybe I could do the one like around the island or something. But yeah, let's get this one installed and see what happens. So for example, you have a very small surface area you're working with, or if you're doing just behind your TV, you can actually cut this with a pair of scissors right on that line right there. That'll focus. You could actually cut that right there, and it won't damage it. It actually severs the wired connection, and you get lights up to that point. So nice little feature there. Okay, so my kitchen, the counter anyway, like I measured before, was exactly 15 feet. And it said it was only 30 feet, so I figured, 15 feet per cord. So here's both cords laid out, entire length of my counter, plus that. So these are definitely more than 15 feet, definitely probably 32, maybe even 33 feet total. So yeah, I might be able to somehow get it to run both top and bottom. So I'm gonna play around with an idea here and we'll see what we do. So again, on the back end of these lights, there is this little sticker we peel off. And once we peel that, this becomes sticky and we just stick it to the surface. So I plan to just stick it right up in there like that, and we'll see what happens. And so we have it off the tape, and we're just going to stick it right in there like that. So that's what it's looking like so far. And I'm just peeling this tape back as I go. I mean, it might get a little tricky once you get to some edges like this, and you got to make sure you stick it some places where it actually stick, because this gets hot in here. So you want to make sure you don't put it on any surface where it's going to damage the lights. Alright, so now I got it through the whole length of the cupboard of the kitchen. I'm just going to kind of go through it and make sure it's nice and all even everywhere. It's not drooping. Make sure it's all nice and stuck in there. So this was a little issue here I ran into. These corners, didn't make it easy for it to maneuver or bend around. So I had to kind of like force it, and I wanted to be careful not to break any of the wiring in there, because if this wire broke, then the rest of the strand wouldn't work. Kind of like Christmas lights. And even here, see, I kind of left a gap up there. So I went to go try and remove it, and once you stick it, it's pretty much there. So you want to make sure you're not making any mistakes like that. So I got it all the way almost to the end. And I stopped right there just to give it some extra slack, and that way I can figure out if I'm going to drill a hole here to get the rest of this piece to go up there, and then I'll connect the other piece at the top going that way. Haven't decided if I want to do that yet, but until I figure out if I'm going to do that, which will be almost instantly for you guys, let's go ahead and plug it in to see what it looks like so far. Alright, so I can't really tell with the light on. Let's turn the light off and see what happens. Alright, very nice. I think I might want to do it on top. It looks pretty cool. So let's go ahead and take a look at this remote now. And so in the instructions, it said to remove this little plastic tab, to get the battery to activate it. So let's play with this now. So it looks like this might be a brightness. So let's see if we can turn up the brightness a little on this. So that's the infrared right there. That's the infrared. So we want to point the remote right at that just to make sure it's working properly. Now let's try turning it off. Okay, that works. And okay, so look, that's as bright as it goes. So that's turning it down. That's turning it up. And then all these colors, I'm assuming, are going to be automatic. So there's red, green, blue, and white. Actually, it's pretty cool. There's a few other colors. Some different colors you can choose from. And then, let's see what these guys over here, let's see what jump 3 does. Let's just jump down there and see what happens. Okay, they got a disco party going. Jump 7. See, fade 3. And then you have quick and slow. So I'm assuming that's going to slow down that, which it did. Very cool. Flash. Okay. Fade 7. Cool. And then let's see, what do these arrows do? So let me try red. Just go to red. And let's see what the arrow does. Maybe it makes it a different shade. Not sure. I'm not sure what that's doing. I have to play around with it a little bit more. Let's see what does the DIY do. Maybe to program it? I don't know. I'm going to have to play around with it a little bit more and see what auto does. Auto. Just more flashing. Quick. Slow. Yeah, it's pretty simple. So let's just keep it on one color for now. Red's pretty good on the camera, you can see that. So now what I'm going to do is try and figure out how I can install the lights up top. And we'll go from there. Alright, so unfortunately the cord was not long enough to reach to the top. What I mean is, technically it is long enough with this cord and this connection and the extra cord that's on the end here, the plug. They do reach to the top, but the problem is that this receiver here with the infrared, it would be mounted about right in here somewhere in the middle of the cupboard. And the problem with that is you won't be able to use your remote control to do anything to it. Turn it off, change the colors, or do anything. So I don't know if that's good or bad. What I can do is use the other string, get another unit like this and like this. I don't know if they sell them separately. And then I can run another line up top. And I think that would look really good to have top and bottom lights. But this looks good just like this as well. I mean, it looks really clean and pretty. Definitely add some character to the kitchen. Here's the underneath view. Just peeled the sticker and stuck it right in there. Really easy to install. I mean, it takes less than 10 minutes to do this, really. Depends how much of a project you need to do on it. But yeah. And then I just nailed this to the wall here. And I chose this particular location so this can kind of hang down and view a little, so that way I can sit across the room and use the controller to change it. So yeah, I definitely like these, and I actually might purchase some more so that way I can do the top, and I might even do the island. I think it'd be really nice to have them all done. And the good thing about it being I guess it's infrared. The good thing about this is they will all use the same remote. So even though I buy two more units, they'll come with 2 more remotes. I only need to use 1 remote, and it should change all the lights at the same time. So I don't have to like use 1 remote for each strand of light. In theory, I think that's how it works. Special shout out again to Arbrac for sending me these lights and sponsoring this video. I will post a link in the description below so you can purchase these lights if you'd like to. They're pretty inexpensive, and I think they're definitely worth it. Give them a shot. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe. We will see you in the next video.